Well, I'm flying out to go visit my parents and my family. Um, Even though I'm a car and pet and all that kind of shit, I think I'm going to do a review on Spirit Airlines. I've never flown them before. I hear all kinds of bad things about them, but I did a little research and I figured out that if I got a seat up front, one of their bigger seats, and you know, didn't have a carry-on, I could save about $80 over Southwest, which is usually my airline of choice. So we'll see how it goes.
Guys, welcome.
Hello. Where do I put my bag?
All right. Well, I didn't get too good a film on the actual airplane, but I can say that I was pleasantly surprised by Spirit. Going into it, I had some trepidations about it, but I could save some cash, and I sort of misstated it. I said $80 in the introduction, but it ended up being a whole lot more than $80. So it was definitely worth it. You got to just think your way through it when you're deciding whether you're going to use Spirit or not, because they have all the add-ons. If you just use a bare fare, I think, I'm looking it up right now. I sort of wrote it out, but Southwest wanted $466 for this round trip. And with that, you get a free drink, you get a check bag, you get a carry-on bag, and that includes all the fees and taxes. Whereas with Spirit, you get a bare fare, which is just the seat and your personal item, and that's it. And the bare fare for the round trip was $206. That's $260 cheaper than Southwest. So if you add on their charge for a carry-on, which is round trip $70, and you add on the cost of a round trip check bag, which is $60, that's $130 to the $206. So you're still at $336, which is $130 cheaper than Southwest. So you really can't beat it. Now, I'm a more portly boy, and everything that I read said that if you can, get the big, they call it the big seat up front. They don't have first class. You don't get anything other than a bigger front seat. And you don't get to board any earlier. You don't get a free drink. You don't get a free check bag. You get nothing. But you get a big seat, and it's a lot more comfortable since I was going to be flying. It's like 2.5 hours or so. So, long story short, I didn't have any check bag, and I didn't have any carry-on bag. I just put all my stuff in a personal item, and there I went. So my bare fare was $206, and it ended up the big seat up front was $92 extra. So I got to pick my seat. I got a bigger seat, and it cost me $92. So in actuality, I spent like $298 on a $466 flight. So what, I saved $168. If I would have checked the bag, I would have saved $108. So you see where it has value. The other thing that I want to say is everybody that I ran into from the airline was extremely professional, and I didn't have any issues. I mean, the plane left on time or early. We got in on time or early. The stewardess and the gate attendants were all great. And the big thing with this is if they're encouraging people not to have carry-on bags, they're encouraging to have check bags, because it's cheaper to check a bag than have a carried-on bag. It cuts down on the number of people that are looking for spaces for the overhead, for the roller boards and all that. So it went a lot quicker in the loading. There wasn't as many hassles with people trying to figure out where to put their stuff. You didn't have to wait for somebody to walk all the way up to the front of the plane and put their bag and then come back. So long story short, and again, this is not a paid endorsement whatsoever. I paid all this out of my pocket so I could go visit my family. Is I will probably use Spirit again if the whole thing is right, and I probably won't use it if I can't save money and get a big seat, because I had a little clip there. The little seats, they're little. They got them packed in there pretty tight. I didn't do any kind of scientific research and look up what the leg room, and I think it's the smallest in any of the airlines. Leg room, the reclining of the seat, the width of the seat. So you got to take that into account. But if you're on a budget and you got to get somewhere and get there quick and you don't want to drive, you can definitely save some cash. Put all your stuff in a book bag, throw it over your back, and all you got to pay is a bare fare. So I hope you find this helpful. But if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. I'll try and answer them. And at the same time, if like I said, just if you could subscribe, share, make sure you watch my videos when they come out. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you, and have a great day.